Okay, let's get to what's looking like the group of death then. Group I, Norway, France, Senegal, and the winner of playoff 2. How feelings on that, Jules?
I mean, you say group of death. I mean, we should remind everybody that the best third are going to qualify. So whoever is that fourth team, if they get beaten by Senegal, Norway and France, 3 points might be enough, to be fair, to still qualify. However, it's true that this is tough, Senegal and Norway. Senegal are maybe the most complete of African teams with Morocco in terms of the talent that they have, a bit of everywhere. I mentioned Sadio Mane earlier. There's a few players who play in the Premier League that we see a lot, us who live here in England, like Ismail Assar, obviously, Pape Matar Sarr, or Iliman Ndiaye at Everton. So there's a lot of experience there. Papicho is a very experienced, I think, head coach for this team, certainly what they're doing. So let's see what they do at AFCON later this month and in January, what kind of momentum they get and they gain towards the World Cup. But it's a special game because, as we've said earlier, the ties between the two countries. And then Norway, I think there's one way to see it. It's Mbappe against Haaland, as we said earlier. It's going to be great. The physical challenge that Norway would present, this French team, would be very interesting to see how Deschamps deals with it. If he keeps the 4-2-3-1, if he goes with maybe a strengthened midfield with a third player there, it'd be very interesting. But obviously, this game is going to rely a lot on Mbappe and Haaland to win it for their team.
If France, the order is going to be Senegal, then the playoff team, and then Norway last.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, but if you lose against Senegal the first game, you're in danger. So that goes for every team. But yeah, avoiding the Norway in the first game, especially the first game, and even the second game is a good thing. I mean, in '98 we played South Africa, and after Saudi Arabia, and then we played Denmark. That when you have the 6 points, it's much easier, and you can think, and maybe play the substitutes that like Emi Jake did, and be ready for the last 16. So it's also tactically what you have to have in mind. But you have to win the first game. And against Senegal, the last time we did it, we lost 1-0. And I was there, and I remember that wasn't a very good souvenir. Memory, even if we were 20 years after, even more, we are happy for Senegal because they are, again, like our brothers.
Yeah, that's good to hear. We're getting the order that we're seeing. And for Group H, Louis, Spain will first face Cabo Verde, then Saudi Arabia, and then Uruguay. How do you feel about that?
Good. I think it's a good start. It's very important to start with a good result, to get confidence, to even start with a straight right of mind and focus on what is coming next. And the two first games, I think that they are quite doable to be won, and then rest some of the players against probably one of the toughest that they will be probably fighting to also qualify. Let's not forget that Spain has to play the Finalissima in March, so not talking about who are the players who are going to be involved in the World Cup because it's going to be difficult, so still a long way to go. But I think that this group is actually quite decent for Spain to be qualified to continue on the road of the World Cup.
No, don't get serious now, Luis. You were dancing a minute ago. Now you're getting serious. This is a tap-in, baby. This is my kind of range.
Now it's for real. Now it's for real.
It's a tap-in.
Now it's for real, Ale.
Oh, good Lord.
This is a tap-in. All right, we've got some more orders. Let me bring one to you, Nadim, if I can, for England as it stands right now. First would be Croatia, then Ghana, and then Panama.
Ooh, okay, interesting. I think Panama being the third game, if England do
You'll
have
be
issues
out after
along the
the
way,
second
I
game.
think we'll be relatively happy with that.
Thanks, Jules.
Tranquil. Take it easy, Jules. But yeah, having Panama as that third game is a nice little buffer just in case the worst does happen. But I don't anticipate that being the case. So yeah, it's good that that's the order. But I think England handle business, start strong, continue strong, lift the trophy, get on the flight. It's coming home.
Oh my goodness. Okay, if, and the big if, Gab, but let's just humour it. If Italy are to make it, this would be the order for them. Canada, then Switzerland, then Qatar. Does it matter?
Well, first of all, you're very lucky that I'm engaging with this because I am not as superstitious as most of my countrymen are. But yes, purely hypothetically, the qualifier from UEFA Playoff Path A, I think that would probably be a fairly good way to get into it because you can draw the first game, then get all paranoid And so you end up drawing the second game or even losing the second game because it is Switzerland, who loves to screw over Italy whenever they can. And then you go and beat up on Qatar in the third game. Look, I think this dynamic with the third place teams, and I know it doesn't concern the bigger countries, probably, will be fascinating because just a win is just 50% more valuable than 2 draws. So hopefully that'll generate some attacking football from some of the smaller countries anyway.
Can we talk about the fact that it is Haaland against Kylian Mbappe, though? I think that's...
Don't, because Frank gets annoyed.
They're going to be on the other side of the field. They're going to shake hands at the beginning of the game, and then they're not going to see each other. No, I don't understand.
Well, you know it's going to be the headlines, isn't it?
Yes, of course it is. It has to be. I mean, those people are the most valuable players, and we all know that people, they come to the stadium because they want to see players like that, and it's going to be very interesting. And those players, they are machines in terms of scoring goals, so it's going to be very interesting. But I mean, talk to Konate, Saliba, Upamecano, and they're not going to agree with that. And the other side, I don't know who's going to play centre back for Norway. They want to shut down, Mbappe and or Haaland. So it's going to be very interesting to see the two forces, fighting against each other. And you have to respect Norway. Norway have shown during the qualification that it's a big team. But the World Cup final, it's another competition.